What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft, and today we have a special treat for you. We are be going over one of the most terrifying killers that you can come across in all of Minecraft. The only thing that's more scary than this guy is the fact that he spawns at night in your base. Yes, you heard me right. He spawns inside your base at night, so make sure to pay attention because if you don't, he will kill you in just a matter of seconds. And yes, there are multiple ways that he can actually kill you, which makes him even scarier. So please pay attention to every single detail. I'm gonna try to keep this as quick as possible, so let's get started. If you see this, don't panic, but also do panic because it is very bad. This creature is called the Country Road Killer. I've already said that before, but some of you probably didn't hear me. Like it's not my fault you got AirPods or something. Anyway, it usually spawns on country roads, like the name says, but sometimes it can spawn in weird places such as your base. It might be wandering around and looking for food, so we ain't get too scared, because maybe he is just hungry. But if you do decide to go up to him, I suggest you bring some carrots. Maybe if you feed him enough carrots, he won't want to kill you. Oh wait, no, he does want to kill you. That's why he's called the Country Road Killer. Well, he doesn't always want to kill you, but it's random. Sometimes he might be in a good mood. You don't know. If you're wondering how he looks, he's pretty much just a zombie with a pitchfork. However, he does look a little bit different than the normal zombies. His arms are much longer. He has a black shirt on, and he wears a pair of overalls or coveralls depending where you're from. Also, don't ask me why he has those on backwards. I have no clue. Ask somebody else. I think they made a mistake when they were adding these things into the game. But yeah, he is pretty much just a faster zombie with a pitchfork that you need to watch out for because if he hits you with his pitchfork, you will die. Now, before we continue on, I just want to say thank you to our Discord boosters. Thank you guys so much for supporting and helping the server. You guys are the best. So thank you guys so much. Now, let's get back to the video. So if you see this guy during the daytime, you really don't need to worry about it because he will simply run away from you. So basically, if you want to get rid of him, you could just wait till nighttime, and then if he decides to stay there, you could hit him with your sword. However, that might not be the best option because he's much faster than you are. So if you're a noob and you don't have any good armor, I suggest running away. But if you do have good armor, then you could try fighting him, although it's still very hard. He can literally one-shot you even with diamond armor. That's how strong he is. And before I explain why, here's a little tip for you. Try hitting him with the trident. For some reason, he seems to be a lot weaker against the trident. So if you hit him with the trident and if it's charged, it will stun him for a few seconds. During this time, you can just take out your sword and hit him a couple times. However, if you miss a hit with the trident, he will start chasing you. So be careful. If you do decide to try this method, if you're wondering how to get the trident, all you have to do is find an ocean monument. They usually generate deep in the ocean, so make sure you bring some water-breathing potions with you and some diamonds because you need it. Once you find the ocean monument, just take out your diamond gear and go to town. Just remember you need to kill the Elder Guardian, and it has 600 health, so it is gonna be a bit of a tough fight. But once you do defeat the Elder Guardian, you will receive a bunch of prismarine shards and you can take those to a villager that has a fishing rod and he will turn them into a trident. As you may have noticed, there are 3 different types of tridents. The regular one, the one that you can get from the fishing rod, and the one that you can get from the Elder Guardian. The difference between the two is the enchantments. The one from the fishing rod only has 1 enchantment, and the one from the Elder Guardian has 2. So yeah, I recommend using the one from the Elder Guardian. However, getting the trident isn't the easiest thing to do. So what you could do is just join a friend Esweld who already has one and just borrow it. Although if they're smart, they probably won't let you borrow it. So you might have to steal it while they're sleeping or something. But yeah, the trident is definitely the best option for defeating the Country Road Killer. But if you don't have a trident or you don't feel like getting one, then you could just hide. If you hide in your house, he won't be able to find you. However, he does have a special ability where he can detect if you're hiding inside your house and he can literally just break down your door. So make sure you build a very strong house. He can't break down cobblestone or stone, so make sure you make your walls out of those. Even if he does break down your door, you should still be safe, because he won't be able to chase you down the hallway, so you can easily escape. However, he can destroy blocks as you're running away. So if he sees you, he will destroy the blocks that are in between you and him. And then he will start chasing you, so please be careful. If you're running away from him, he will chase you for a while, but eventually he will stop and he will just stand there. And this is when you know he's going to retreat. However, sometimes he will continue to chase you. And this is when it gets really hard because he is much faster than you are. So if you have fast, I highly recommend using the elevator. And if you have food, I recommend eating it. He will chase you until you get to a certain amount of health. And then he will finally stop. You're basically playing a game of tag with this guy, and if you lose, you die. So be careful. It might seem easy to lose him by hiding in a cave, but that is not a very good idea, because he can sense danger in caves and he will start chasing you, even though you thought you lost him. So be careful. Caves are not a very good place to hide. Your best bet is just to hide in your house. However, there is one last thing I need to tell you about this creature, and that is the fact that he can shoot his fork. Yes, you heard me right. He can shoot his fork, and it's pretty much the same thing as a spear. It acts like a spear, but it's much more powerful. It will go through multiple blocks, and it does a lot of damage. So if you're trying to run away from him and he starts shooting his fork at you, you will die very quickly. So beware. If you are in a situation where you're running away from him and he starts shooting his fork at you, I suggest you hide behind some tall grass. He won't be able to see you, and he won't be able to hit you with his fork. However, he will keep shooting his fork, and after a while he will eventually get bored, and he will go away. So just hide in the tall grass until he leaves, and then you should be okay. However, there is one last problem. Tall grass doesn't block off your scent, so if you smell something, he will know exactly where you are. So make sure to bring some stink. This will block off your smell and he won't be able to sense you anymore. This is especially helpful if you're hiding in a cave, because he will still be able to sense you if you do have stink on. So please make sure to bring stink. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!